And they're off, racing away 5 furlongs to the £300,000 King George Qatar Stakes. Pontos showing plenty of speed there in the middle of the track in the orange and white with the noseband leading from Clarendon House. Over toward the left-hand side is Equilateral, followed closely by Couture. Lajlai more towards the near side with the pink and purple of Vertiginous. Then the green of Acclam Express, followed closely by Russell in the centre in the black and orange. Further behind then to find in the yellow and black Existence, and just in front of him is Khaadem. And they're soon up towards halfway as they begin to edge over toward the far side. Clarendon House in light blue joining issue with Pontos. Over on that far side is Equilateral, then Couture. Khaadem coming with a run at Soti Lajlai. Acclam Express now looking to get going as they race towards the final furlong. Wide open into King George. Now driven to challenge is Khaadem. Khaadem's picked it up from Pontos. Couture still running on with Clarendon House and Lajlai. Russell is bursting through late on. It's Khaadem under Ryan Moore. Khaadem's out in front from Russell. Khaadem has won the King George from Russell. Tight for third. Couture involved with Lajlai. Pontos over on the far side, then Clarendon House.
Well, he looked good when he won a Stewards' Cup. He's looked good again today. Khaadem, the horse who fluffed his lines by rearing up in the gate at Ascot, has come back and won the King George under Ryan Moore for the trainer who made this race his own with Bat Ash and has trained two of the best domestic sprinters of the modern era, Bat Ash and Mahara. Charlie Hills has got a sure touch with them. It's another win for Jim and Fitri Hay after Royal Scotsman's success yesterday. Ryan Moore has ridden Khaadem to success at 8-1. Razel has flown home for second place. He was never nearer. It didn't look as though it was happening at all with a couple of furlongs to run, and then suddenly passed one, really picked the bit up. Look at him there, the orange sleeves. James Doyle thought that he had a sniff of victory, nearly got there, but Khaadem with Ryan Moore was already away and gone. James Millman.
Yeah, Razel just didn't travel well enough on his sharp 5 in this grade. Cracking run by Khaadem. Things went wrong at Royal Ascot, but he showed blistering speed riderless, and it's all worked out well today, and that's a cracking effort. Charlie Hills' yard were looking for that winner, and they've had a bit of a frustrating week so far, 3 places, but they got the one today.
And it's quite Charlie Hills-esque to break a bit of a losing run in a group race worth a lot of money. They have been running okay. Sonny Liston ran a great race.
Stormer finishing
earlier on today. Now Pontos, I mean, if only there were 4 furlong races.
So much speed, given a toe to Clarendon House. Equilateral from stall 1 has been handy. They've raced in the middle, which I wasn't expecting, and actually drifted towards the far side in the closing stages. Those that were drawn high, actually, I thought it'd be an advantage. They've been a little bit of a disadvantage. Mitbar, he missed the break from a low draw, never really got involved. But Razel, I know he won here over the fast 5, but it's a stiff 5 at Sandown. Haydock's flat. So I think actually he wants a little bit more of a stamina test at this 5 furlongs.
Well, that's what it's looked like today, didn't it? Yeah.
He's run a stormer because he's gaining hand over fist in the closing stages. Maybe the winner's hiding a little bit in front. See what Ryan's got to say afterwards. Couture's run well.
Really
Lajlai, good side effort from him. But yeah, I'm surprised they came right in the middle and more towards the far side in the end.
Well, the going stick was telling them that from yesterday morning. Was saying that advantage that was conferred on horses racing up the stands rail had petered out by the middle of yesterday. On the jockeys, what did we say at the beginning of the programme?
Well, I said they were sheep, but they've all gone into the middle. It's worked out fairly, a fair race. The problem, I suppose, with those drawn 9, 10, 11, neither of them wanted to go on in the end. They've all taken a pull, and those that were racing in the centre from the beginning have got that momentum and been perfectly placed. Acclam Express had nothing really to chase. It's been a little bit disappointing, but maybe stuck there more towards the stand side hasn't helped him. But in the end, the winners wanted a shade cosy, I think.
The initial time that we've got there is 56.46, which is half a second inside the standard. It's pretty rapid, but it is also just under half a second outside.
And because they're shifting right-handed and not heading straight down like they would be for the 2-year-olds when they were breaking their records and going straight down the track, that would have a little bit of an impact on the time.
Still a pretty rapid time, isn't it?
Good top-class sprinters, just no Batash, but doesn't matter for Charlie Hills. They've got their own little star at Goodwood, and back at the track he's only run it once, I think, that 2019 Stewards' Cup, off a high mark for a 3-year-old. Perhaps not done what they expected, but now they might go back on track. A Palace House win, and they win today.
That's it. And if you can get a sprinter who can actually post 2 top quality group race wins in succession, then they are unusual.
Yeah, and
in that very fact.
And he may well have been the one that would have come second to Nature Strip at Royal Ascot. We don't know, but clearly they've got him in great form this time around.
He looked so good when he won the Stewards' Cup here, didn't he?
You thought he was the one that was going to take over from Batash. Didn't quite happen. He's got the headgear on, perhaps for a reason. That's why I think when Ryan's hit the front, I don't think he's quite giving his all and just giving Raso a chance to pick up the pieces and get very close to him. But I do think the best horse won. Raso, what a credit he's been to the Appleby team, to the horse watchers. He's run an absolute storm and not beaten very far. And there'll be still some big days for him.
Do you think they might think now about the Flying Five rather than the Nunthorpe, given what they've seen today?
Fine Wine, he couldn't catch him, could he, at York, in that handicap when he finished second. I would say the stiffer test of the 5 would suit myself.
Charlie Hills, what a sure touch he's had with sprinters. Pointing out yesterday, his two stars both had time form ratings in the mid-130s, Batash and Muharrat. There are many trainers who get one horse in a career with a rating that high, never mind 2. This horse isn't anything like those, but he's pretty damn good when he feels like it.
No, and with the sprinting division as it is, having one that's in form and running solidly counts for a lot at this level, and I think they have just got him back in peak form as what they had 3 years ago.
3rd of August, 3 years ago, raced far side until groups merged, pushed along and headway against far rail, hung left, quirky, but quick and clear, easily, 2.5 lengths in the Stewards Cup, the 3-year-old carrying 9.6. That told you he was a baton class performer, but it's just a question of getting him to apply himself.
But 2022 is the year he's delivering.